This episode of Random Talking is brought to you by Silica Packets.
They're delicious. Don't eat them.
Random Talking Podcast. This is the theme song for now.
Welcome back to another exciting episode of Random Talking Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Adam, as well as my co-host.
It's me, Jeremy,
Jer-
the co-host.
Looney.
Robledo.
Okay, I don't want to say your last name.
That's ooh.
Alright, guys,
Shit.
Google him. He's done some weird stuff.
Google me. Actually, if you Google me, the first thing that pops up is
Just a bunch of little boys?
No, it's an old college teammate that I had.
Oh, really?
Like he's the first one that pops up.
That's amazing when
yeah.
you Google yourself and it's just some guy who you played like sports with.
Yeah, like the next picture, the first picture that actually is me is like.
Imagine Googling yourself and it's just your dad, you know?
Whoa, but
But-
it's your dad in pictures you've never seen before.
In the future.
Yeah, whoa.
Yeah, dude, that's terrifying.
Future dad photos.
We're super getting off track.
No,
So
we're
if
not,
this is your
dude.
first time listening, this is exactly what this podcast is.
So strap in.
We have been gone for a while.
Mm-hmm.
It's partly my fault. Jeremy, do you want to explain the really true story that actually happened? Of why we haven't made a podcast in about like 2 weeks?
Yeah. Okay. So, Christmas was coming.
I'll help out.
Christmas was coming out, and it was fresh off the plate.
It was coming out.
Yeah. Santa Claus was like hot and ready with his presents, and next came up was the New Year, and we were like, oh, we gotta have a little shindig at our house. Which Christmas was a big shindig, but New Year's was just like me, Adam, our roommate, and my girlfriend just watching movies and hanging out and watch Kung Fu Panda to the New Year. And I think as the clock struck midnight is when Poe is like decided as the Dragon Warrior.
Dragon Warrior.
Yeah, so it was
yes.
perfect time. It was like the best way to walk into the New Year. After that, you guys, if you remember the robot apocalypse that almost happened, you're welcome, by the way.
I did it.
Yeah, Adam did it.
He saved everyone. I'm the one who accidentally caused it. We went to a robotics little festival, and we took a tour to one of these self-replicating robots, but it was very small, like a nanobot that could just make itself several times in order to make funny shapes. Jeremy was gonna make Pepe,
Yeah,
the frog,
the meme.
but I was gonna write the words "duplicate yourself 1,000,000 times." Instead, it took it as in like it's a command, and it duplicated himself so much it became like a giant mass, and eventually it gained sentience, and it created several war robots that I can't talk about it, Jeremy.
Yeah, it's all the robots were like ready and they were huge and they started combining with each other to make bigger giant robots. And for me, thinking back of all the times I've ever watched like giant robot movies, all I had to do was trip on a wire and drop my Slurpee onto the breaker box and it shorted everyone out. And
And actually, that day is forever known as Jeremy Robot Day.
yeah. So you're welcome. And actually, when I talked to the scientists, they said that no other flavor would have worked besides blue raspberry. So
If he had dropped Coke mixed with, I don't know, vanilla or something, it would have made it stronger.
Jeez, yeah, it would have gotten so swole.
So again, I'm sorry, our faithful listeners, which include our moms,
Our
and
dads.
a friend from high school. We're sorry. I'm sorry. We were gone. So we were back, and we're ready for the new year. I'm excited for what's gonna come,
I
dude.
know, we've got so many plans for you guys. Like that one secret topic plan we can't talk about,
Oh, we can't
and
talk about that.
the other topic we can't talk about. But more so, just talking to you guys about
we
things
should-
we want to talk about.
Maybe we should talk about the things that we should talk about, like global warming. Yay or nay?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've been warm a couple
no,
times.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right, moving on.
You know, one thing about global warming is that every college class you take,
Yeah.
like, drills that into your face. Like every class. I've taken English classes to like math classes.
That's just what the college. Depending on what college you go to, you could go to like.
Could go to Global Cooling University.
Like actually.
Yeah.
No, but a lot of colleges are like very, like left thinking and stuff. So I mean, we live in California, so it's not like a surprise.
Nope.
But it is a surprise when they're like, and after you take the exponents, global warming is super real.
Yeah.
And
They're like, sorry kids, I couldn't give you guys all A's. Global warming still exists. So, Jimmy, you got an F. You gotta retake the course.
Until we've solved this global warming, nobody passes.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I've had to retake.
I've had to retake classes. Absolutely, yeah. Like, I've been in classes that are like 25% passing rate and have devastated my human soul as a person.
And your asshole.
Yeah, and dude, like, gosh, I can't tell you how many times I've like
They
sat
drilled
down,
into him.
like at a table for,
Figuratively and...
I think the most I've studied straight is like 10 hours.
Yeah?
Yeah. And
Dude.
I got a 69% on that exam, so I pretty much aced it.
Nice.
Yeah, it was perfect.
Because you aced it.
Yeah, it was actually my last final that I took this past semester.
Not because it was 69%. Wait a minute, 69% isn't acing it. What do you mean?
No, that's a perfect score.
Oh, 69 out of 69?
Yeah.
Oh, because of the curve.
Oh yeah.
It's okay.
Uh-huh.
Cool. What you said, I thought you were saying like 69% is acing it.
Oh no, I had to get above. I actually had to get above 67%. So like keep the grade.
The curve?
Yeah, that was the curve, and I was
Okay.
like, yes, and I like saw everyone like who
did
was
it.
below me and just like backflipped into the grace of an A.
Now, curves are wonderful,
Mm-hmm.
especially. You know what curves I'm talking about.
Those curves on donuts.
My favorite donut
Mm-hmm.
are not donuts. They're croissants. Because I love them.
Yeah.
Filled with ham, cheese, other things.
Like, have you had a bologna one?
A bologna? That sounds disgusting, bro.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
They used to sell them at the donut shop that's
What?
popular in our town.
It's
Like,
ham or nothing.
Yeah.
Get out of my face.
I've seen turkey.
No, get out of my face. Sorry, Jeremy.
It's alright. Thank you.
Apology kiss.
It's a thank you for your apology kiss.
So thank you for your thank you kiss.
Oh shit.
No, okay. Off mic. We're getting
We're
too
gonna
into
edit
this
that out.
kissing. Dude, what do you think we should do this year for this podcast?
I want to have guests.
I want to have more guests. I love talking to you. I love when it's just you and I. But you know what? Gosh darn it, we need to put people in these chairs. Listen to these chairs.
Yeah, they're so empty.
They're empty.
You can just hear the emptiness on the chairs.
Sit on me. Oh gosh.
They're just asking for it.
Our house is still haunted, by the way.
Yeah, we have not evicted the ghost. And frankly, I'm okay with that. He pays rent on time.
He pays ghost rent.
Pays utilities. He will actually restock the fridge every so often with goodies. And by goodies, I mean mainly milk.
He does the dishes. Quite frankly, I'm tired of doing it. I'm so glad that ghost does them.
Yeah. It's great though. He's a good guy.
He does, however, like almost every night. It's super annoying. As you're walking upstairs, he goes like, "Ooh," like that, you know? And you think you'd be used to it because you know it's him. You know a ghost lives in your apartment, but you're never used to it. And you're always like, "Oh," and you drop your water.
You drop your water, you drop your croissant.
You drop your croissant. My croissant!
Ham and cheese everywhere.
I love that vine.
If you could haunt anybody, like real or fake or anybody you know, anybody.
What kind of question is?
I don't know.
So this question is, if you were a ghost, would you?
I would haunt
people?
Luke Skywalker.
Really?
Yeah.
As Ben Kenobi?
Yeah, well,
or
no,
as
as me. He would think, like, because mind you, the only ghosts he's ever seen are Jedis, right?
Jedis. He think the only plausible way ghosts can exist are if they're Jedi.
So for me, what I would do is I'd wait till he's like meditating, and I'd like show him my little blue Jeremy self, and he'd be like, "Oh, another Jedi," and then I would like Beetlejuice my face onto his lightsaber and like scream at the top of my lungs.
Why? Beetlejuice?
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's like Beetlejuice
What
is
do you
a crazy
mean?
ghost.
He doesn't become things.
Well, yeah, but
In the movie Beetlejuice, is any character ever holding something and then they look down?
well, no, what I
then-
mean is I would do like a crazy Beetlejuice face.
I think
like,
you just
and
okay.
like, scare
I think you
him.
just chose a famous ghost.
Okay, I could have said Casper though.
Yeah,
that
The
would
Casper
not have
one,
been.
dude. He's a
No.
nice ghost.
Yeah.
He. I don't know.
Who would you haunt?
Would you be afraid of Casper? Because you know in the movie.
Probably.
Because I don't know, seeing any ethereal form, even if it was like cartoony and cute, just show up floating like in your house, I think you would legit be like, "Oh,
Yeah, my first reaction would be like, "Oh my gosh!" and like throw something at him.
So you know how us the viewers think that Casper is just this little ghost, a little cute ghost, but in the movies, even though he's like, "Hi, I'm Casper," they're like super terrified.
I don't think I would trust him.
No. It's because like in real life, like I'm saying, if you saw that in real life, you honestly wouldn't be like okay with it.
No,
I
absolutely
mean,
not.
okay, in the situation you don't know who Casper is,
Right.
and you don't recognize him as
Like,
a
he's
character.
not- he doesn't exist
It's
in
just
our-
an actual like
Oh.
ghost that looks like that, like a cute little ghost.
Right.
Would you be terrified?
Yeah, I also like because he's so nice and friendly. I would not trust him.
But because of his like,
Like, hi, I'm Casper.
Yeah.
Would you like to go swimming with my toasters? It's like, ugh. Oh man, are there
thanks.
croissants in that toaster? 'Cause I'm a little hungry.
episode's called Croissants.
Yeah, croissants, ghosts, and the New Year.
No, but I feel like out of all the ghosts in the Casper movies, they're like overly terrified of this little plushy ghost
Yeah.
character.
I mean,
you know
I
what
would get over it.
He's
yeah.
always just like, want a croissant? And they're always like,
no! And they slap him.
they're always like, ghost!
And they Scooby Doo away.
Yeah, that weird like, I'm gonna put that noise in here.
Yeah,
I think you know that one. It's
I
like
know.
bongos or
Yeah,
something.
like, yeah.
What is
Yeah,
it?
I don't know what it. I don't know. It's like I don't know what. Like that's the closest I can do. It's like my impersonation of a Putty from like Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, Putty?
yeah.
From Power Rangers?
Those guys scared me. Those guys actually scared me.
What are their names in Japanese?
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember.
But like, do you think we just called them Putty in America because they thought of silly Putty?
Oh,
Or like,
kind of.
like
So
why wouldn't they call it Clayman?
the
or
reason
something?
why they're called Putty. Well, they're
Also,
called the
Jeremy
Putty Patrol.
is one of the foremost knowledgeable people of Power Rangers
Yeah,
I know.
Man, I love Power Rangers so much. So here's my thing: is my shticks are like hockey, most sciences, a lot of math, Power Rangers, Mega Man, and like Gundam. Like that's ask me anything about those subjects, and I can answer almost all of them.
My shticks are Styx the band. Styx, I collect them. I find them in the woods. And Shix, that brand of, was it like Joe?
I think it's Joe.
I messed up my joke. Anyways, wait, you were telling me about putties.
Yeah, so they're called the Putty Patrol. And the reason why they're called that is because, gosh, I don't remember his name.
All right,
But the
next
guy
topic.
who like makes them out of like clay monsters.
What?
Yeah.
That's cool.
And he like puts them in an oven and then they bake and he throws them at Earth.
Hold on. Hold on. Putty, is that a trademark name or is that because? No, I think putty is just a substance, isn't
Yeah,
it?
there's a point of like a copyright or something where it's like free game.
'Cause
for
there's
anyone to
Mighty
use.
Putty.
Yeah, there's Mighty Putty. Yeah.
The
So-
Putty Patrol, silly Putty, all the putties, dude. Putty from Seinfeld.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Elaine, hey, it's me. That's my impression of Patrick Warburton.
Kiss me, Jerry. That's
Is that George or Kramer?
Newman.
Is that new one?
It's Newman.
Hello, Jerry. Kiss me. Get away from me. What are we doing? All right, I'll kiss you.
I am genuinely. I would love for there to
We
be.
have gotten so off course.
I would love for the director of Seinfeld
Yeah.
to like and Jerry Seinfeld himself to admit that Seinfeld was a prequel to Space Jam, as well as
Why?
the B
Oh,
movie.
like he's like, fuck this, Jerry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go be
Kiss Michael Jordan.
He did.
Yeah, he
oh,
did.
He gave him mouth to mouth.
Yeah, I probably. That's how I remember it.
Like no, he didn't read like off
Yeah.
camera.
I know,
like, they
like,
kissed.
Our
on set.
one of our buddies today on Facebook, he was like, you know, if there's no aliens in the world, like if aliens don't exist, I want a refund.
How upset would you be?
I wouldn't be that upset, but here's the thing: if our first encounter with aliens isn't Space Jam related, I'm gonna want a refund.
Let me stop you right there, pal. Mm-hmm. Space Jam is a movie about one of our greatest athletes.
Bugs Bunny, yeah.
Yeah. Like fighting for the right of Earth to not be like a slave amusement planet for aliens.
Mainly Toontown, yeah.
Do you? Oh, yeah, that's right. I never thought of that.
Mind you,
Okay,
Earth
I'm okay with that.
Earth is like not on the table. Like,
I mean, it's like a portal to Toontown, which is part of our realm.
yeah, it's apparently through one like single golf.
Oh, let's
golf
talk
hole.
about that. In Space Jam, cartoons exist,
Come on and slam.
and in like Michael Jordan world, Space Jam world on Earth realm,
Earth realm.
Space Jam, it was a cartoon created
Right.
by people, but also in that same realm they exist as an actual reality that is able to go into that world which they have been created in.
Uh-huh.
So, do you think that is a separate reality where they have already existed as actual things?
And we just guessed right when made cartoons. Well, no, in that reality, it's
because
that
people made that reality. If you think about it,
right. Well, here's kind of
I never
here's
thought
a
about
twist
this
on
till
that,
now.
Is on like in the movie, all of the tunes, they like stop what they're doing in the cartoons, and all the kids, remember, they're like,
wait, hold on. That
Have you
just
seen-
changed the game.
do you like not remember Space Jam?
No, I remember that. Like
I remember this too well.
Wile E. Coyote was like, "We'll be right back."
Yeah.
and they never come back.
Yeah,
You're telling me that
I think
through
cartoons is like
a portal.
yeah,
Oh my gosh.
yeah, that's crazy, isn't it?
So
And all
Okay.
those artists that say that, oh yeah, I drew that. It's
think
like,
about
no,
it
you
more.
didn't.
Think about it more.
Uh-huh.
Think about it more.
am,
Hold
dude.
on. I said it. Wait. I said that oddly. The aliens
Mm-hmm.
are not from another planet.
They're just from a different cartoon.
They're from a different cartoon.
Uh-huh.
Why?
I know, it's crazy, right?
That people from the Space Jam universe have to have created.
Yeah.
But also from our own universe, because Looney Tunes and Space Jam is something that. Oh, this is hurting my
It's
head.
crazy. And here's the thing: is
Who
that
created
like,
those aliens?
I don't know. I think they were just like
Chicken or the egg?
they're probably like scrapped cartoons that nobody like finished, and that's why like they're so separate from the rest of the Looney Tune lore. But the weird part is,
Well, at the end, remember they lose and they're like, "We're sorry."
Yeah.
And they're like, "You guys could be Looney Tunes or something."
yeah, and then they're like, oh yeah, we could do that, and they like hit each other and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Monstars. That was weird. That was a weird idea to me.
Jeremy,
Uh-huh.
this is just like,
Blowing your mind.
yeah.
Yeah, that's me
I
on the
didn't
daily.
think. I think about this all day.
I do
I
sometimes.
saw this funny post, an interesting, cool post that like Marvin the Martian is a referee in Space Jam because he is an alien.
Yeah,
and
because he's the
also a
middleman.
Looney Tune. So it'd be like fair for him to judge. Like he
Yeah.
wouldn't be biased.
He can't. Yeah, because he can't fight on the other side. I mean, because technically he's not from like where the Looney Tunes are.
He's neutral, dude.
Yeah.
Hey, he's from Mars.
Mm-hmm. I wonder where
Fake
the Tiny
Mars.
Tunes come into play.
That's not real. That's something else.
You're like, whoa, Jeremy, that's stupid.
All right, calm down.
How dare you?
No, but if that's the case, of like think about Tiny Toons being a thing,
Uh-huh.
is any instance of the characters interacting with other cartoon characters, the like different realities or the same reality?
Like the
in Roger
Lunatics?
Rabbit. Remember how like they mix Looney Tunes with Disney,
Yeah.
and at the end, like you see Mickey Mouse and Donald and like
Yeah, and they're just
Daffy
hanging
and,
out.
like,
yeah,
Bugs.
and I think one of the like, so the famous scenes is like Daffy and Donald playing piano together, like
yeah,
fighting
it's like
each
a
other.
piano duel.
Yeah.
I think in that movie there's like a controversial thing where they like Donald sounds like he's saying like fuck you or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
No, but why did I bring that up? Oh, because Tiny Toons.
Right.
So
Because
it's-
they're not real.
They're not real. They were made up to
Yeah.
entertain stupid kids by Steven Spielberg.
Uh-huh. We just saw a Tiny Toons movie like 2 days ago.
I love Tiny Toons. But do you think that is a possibility where is it canon or non-canon?
I think, gosh.
If they're part of the same, if they're part of the same distribution or I'm sorry, production company, do you think that's the case where it's like, oh yeah, it's real?
You know what that would mean?
What?
That would mean that the Justice League exists with the Looney Tunes.
No,
Yeah, because they're made by Warner Brothers. They're produced by Warner Brothers.
that's crazy.
Think about it. Batman be like, "Where's Rachel?" And then Bugs Bunny would be like, "I killed her, Doc." It's just like,
That's not your Bugs Bunny.
no.
I don't have a. Oh, do your best Bugs.
Gosh, I'm nervous.
I'll go first, and then you can play off of mine.
Uh-huh.
Okay. What's up, Doc?
That was really good.
That's my best
I
Bugs.
can't top that.
Okay,
I'm
sure.
I'm just gonna.
You're embarrassed.
Yeah.
You do Daffy.
Blah, blah, blah.
Oh, you're Daffy. Why are you a vampire?
I am a Daffy. You don't remember it?
This is now
he's
a-
canonical into being a vampire.
Oh, where?
In the Looney Tunes deleted scenes of
Space Jam.
dude, Space Jam 2 is gonna be a thing. Forgot about that.
Wasn't there a commercial they made with LeBron James?
Is it gonna be LeBron James?
I don't think it's gonna be LeBron James anymore.
Oh, I would want it to be like.
I wish it was Kobe.
Like,
No, but
I wish it was
they
Shaq.
they did make that commercial where LeBron or somebody.
I remember seeing something, but I thought it was fake.
Like it was like these shoes are great. I'm in the motion. And then LeBron's like, I'll play for him or something. I can't remember what the commercial was.
He was like, I'll kill some aliens.
You think Space Jam 2 is still gonna happen? Because I think that was the result of what like the rumors of Space Jam 2 were gonna be, unless they're still in production.
Well, here's the thing. I know that the Looney Tunes movies were supposed to be like the cash cows to like make the money to do Space Jam 2. And I know one of them, the one with Brendan Fraser, like didn't do hot.
Looney Tunes back in action.
Yeah, because the whole time I thought they were still in action. I didn't know they had to. I didn't know they had a recall.
Well, I didn't know they were back.
Yeah, I thought they were still here.
I didn't know they left.
Yeah.
Jeez, this is awful.
Oh gosh.
This is now I was gonna say before a Burt podcast, but also an impressions podcast. Mm-hmm. We just did Bugs. What was the other one we were gonna do? Daffy. And he went bleh.
Bleh, I'm with Daffy.
Mine is you're despicable. That's all I got. That's all I can say.
Oh, God. You know what I used to be able to do, and for some reason I lost the ability, like how gosh, what's his name?
To trust people?
No.
You still have that?
I almost said Kendrick Lamar, but it's not him. Charles Barkley.
Okay.
Oh, he lost his powers.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
through a basketball.
I lost my ability to do Elmer Fudd. For some reason, when I was like younger, I used to do a really good Elmer Fudd.
You used to do Elmer Fudd?
Yeah, my mom used to make me do it.
Oh, hey.
Be very, very quiet. Now I just sound like creepy.
You sound like George Takei, trying to do
it.
Be very, very quiet.
Oh, hello. Yeah.
I'm hunting gay rabbits.
Oh gosh.
Well, he's gay.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Just.
I think anyone could hunt gay rabbits.
Fact. That's true.
How would you find them?
That sounds. I mean, hold on. That sounds very controversial. First, you're seeking out something that's gay and hunting solely that. Second, you have to find out if it's gay. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And it's an animal. You can't just like, hey, you gay? And it's like, yeah, bro.
You gotta like
you gotta,
the grinder of the animal kingdom.
Spy on it. You gotta see if
you gotta ask its friends.
Yeah.
Oh,
all right, let's get off this before we
let's get off gay animals.
Get into dangerous territory.
We've been in dangerous territory. It's like
this entire podcast.
I feel like our podcast is destined to go to like dangerous territory.
You think we're gonna offend somebody?
Oh, absolutely.
It's bound to happen.
Yeah.
With this snowflake era we live in, I mean, come on. No,
it's bound.
I don't know how to feel about that. I hate going. I did it a lot. One of my new. Stop. Sorry. One of my New Year's resolutions. I'm gonna try to not do that a lot.
Did you make New Year's resolutions?
One of them is actually to drink more water, which it's not like I haven't had drinking water in the past, but just to cut back on the sweet sugary drinks because I work at a food place where I just have unlimited access to sweet sugary drinks. Yeah, so I'm trying to not drink a lot of that stuff. And two, just saving money. But before we get into your New Year's resolutions. What was I gonna say?
We'll rewind real quick.
Kill Trump. Whoa.
Offending people.
Oh. We did, yeah. It wasn't subliminal.
Perfect.
Yeah, offending people. How are you on that line? Like, I, for one, believe in comedy that it's bound to happen. To seek the objective of offending people seems kind of petty to me.
Yeah.
And very like, all right, now you're just trying to be like a shock humor. Like,
right, you're trying to look for that.
Try hard. But I also have my kind of reservations for people who are like, okay, you can't make jokes about this because I don't like censorship, man. I don't like people telling.
Man, they've gone through enough.
White people, let them make bad jokes.
No, I know Dave Chappelle just recently came out with like, with a special where he says like, I like some jokes are just mean. Like they're not made to be mean. They're
people
just
who don't like them.
Yeah,
it wasn't made for them.
Yeah, I know. Well, I know there's a comedian. There's comedians. There's comedians that.
Wait, is that like?
I said it wrong.
Is it like with females? I can't remember what that was, but it's comedians. I can't remember what it was.
What?
But it's like, yeah, no, there's a gender. Wow, this podcast is getting crazy.
We're about to offend somebody.
No, but there's like a. No, you put emphasis on the com part, but it's the an that is because it's comedian and then comedian. I can't.
What?
Have you not heard of this?
I've never heard of this.
It's a thing.
Oh my gosh!
Say what you're gonna
please
say. I'm
enlighten
looking
me.
this up.
I'll just say comedians, like, there are a lot of comedians that will make a bunch of like really bad jokes, like bad being whether it's racist or sexist or like whatever kind of ist there is to offend. But here's the thing: is they don't. Everyone's fair game. Like they don't pull punches with anybody. So whatever they say, like they'll make fun of their own race or their own gender. It's like
I respect that to a point.
Yeah.
Like if there's like this
If it's your
little
shtick.
girl who died recently, and
Oh,
someone's
yeah.
like, "Man, she's super died. Am I right, everybody?"
Just
Oh
high
my
five all
gosh.
around.
Some people are like that. I went to this open mic one time, and it wasn't. I won't name names. He probably wouldn't even mind if I said his name because he's that
best
type
name drop for him.
Yeah, it was that type of comedian where he's like, he doesn't care. He
Oh, man.
really doesn't. For my comedian friends who are listening, very few, y'all know who this is. Initial T. He
Like the anime.
no, this is actually that night he went as Mr. T.
Oh.
It's funny, but that's not
The
his name.
anime
His name begins with a
character.
T though. It wasn't so much of an open mic as it was a platform, like a room for different types of performers to come on. You know, if you wanted to, it was a very artsy fartsy and liberal thing. Like
I think that's such a funny phrase.
it's very artsy fartsy.
Yes.
Oh, I love my parents.
Yeah.
Man, I come off as like this conservative Republican guy, but like I don't know, I'm really a very neutral guy. Anyways, it was very much like that, where you can go and you could read your poems, or you could tell an anecdote or something. You know,
You
it
could
wasn't.
sneeze
You could
expressively.
play music with your band. It wasn't like your average open mic where it's like stand-ups and like bad stand-ups and bad like people who think they could sing because they sing on YouTube. It was very much like that. So much like that, where the majority was
gosh.
just people telling like meaningful stories and reading poems, and it was very bad place to do comedy. It wasn't like the right scene, and the audience wasn't correct for that either. So it was very hard to get laughs. And right before this Mr. T goes up to do comedy, this mom, she goes, I know she's a mom because it's her story.
She had the haircut.
Telling the story about her baby girl. And I couldn't tell if it was real or not, but I'm pretty sure it was real because there was real emotion to it. And like she got hugs afterwards because, you know, it was some tragic story.
What a like crazy, like if it wasn't real, she's getting hugs. She's like, thanks, it wasn't real.
Yes, it wasn't real. And then she's a great storyteller, I guess. But the gist of the story, it was about like her daughter and like not always knowing where your children are, and not always having the ability to be there for them. And sometimes you just have to have faith that they're okay and they're safe. And in the story, it was something like a tornado was approaching the area that excuse me, jeez, really burpy episode. Their child was in, and it was just her voice was getting very emotional, and you know, she was saying like, oh my gosh, like that feeling, not knowing if my baby girl was in that tornado, if her school was being torn down. And the story made like a twist where like, oh, it wasn't, like, thank God, I hear the news and she's safe, my baby girl lives another day or something like that. But then you're like, oh, okay, cool, like it was just a build up, like for nothing. But then she takes a whole 180. She's like,
And then an earthquake.
but nothing lasts. It was something like that.
Whoa.
It was like, yeah, it was a very sad story. Like there was another, believe it or not, a second tornado had come. Like not like two tornadoes and then it made a big
It was, like,
tornado. I
hiding
think it was
behind
just
it.
very like occurred very close to the other one. And she wasn't as lucky since the first one. She lost her baby girl, and it was a very like tragic story. And you know, everyone in the room, very sad, very quiet. Not a good feeling, you know. Everyone clapped at the end. You know, like I said, she got hugs, and it was a very very bad to follow being a comedian. So what's the first thing that happens?
He makes a tornado joke.
He makes a tornado joke.
Oh man!
And it's just like, man, that was a very strong story, very powerful. You could say it knocked the wind right out of me.
Oh my
and then I was like, oh my gosh! You can't make that up.
Jeez.
This guy did not care.
Did he get booed?
Yeah.
Oh.
He got booed, but like he didn't care. But I'm not gonna lie. My friends and I like super laughed.
Like I wouldn't laugh so much.
It was very hard to not laugh at that.
I wouldn't laugh so much because it's like, oh yeah, like tragedy. I would laugh because of the timing. Like,
it was the best timing.
I know, that's why.
What do? Like you don't follow a super sad serious story with comedy.
Yeah, that's not good flow.
So I'm not saying cheers to him, but cheers to him. That was
For
really
not
funny.
caring.
That was probably one of the most like uncomfortable. Like,
would you say it just blew you away?
Yeah, it was something. He did something like that. Like either it knocked the wind right out of me, or like, damn man, that story blew me away. Like it was something like that.
Gosh.
It was like very bad.
Oh,
and you
man.
could see the mom like kind of like
man, that one just
fuck
really
you,
killed my
you know?
daughter.
Oh man, I'm gonna go kill my daughter later in a tornado. But,
That's terrible.
That was a weird time in my life. I never want to do comedy in that kind of scene again. That venue was the first time I decided to like not do stand up anymore, which I'll probably go back to doing it. But and you know, call me a wimp if you will. But at the time it wasn't. Hey fellas, quiet down. Don't heckle me. But it was just very discouraging at the time. And it didn't make. I already had pretty bad stage fright, so it didn't help me. But I went on stage and I didn't really prepare anything. My friend was like, "Just go on, man." And I'm like, "I don't have any material right now." He's like, "Just do it, bro." Like nobody ever has material up here. I'm like, "Okay." And I go up there and I try to make jokes and I can't do it. And then that venue is popular. It was called like Bs Ballroom, and it was popular for her being like the host, but also having the ability to heckle and like call out and talk during your show whenever she wanted to. And it was super annoying. But it was also like a fun tool to use her. I'd be like, "Hey, Mrs. B, shut up." You know, like, you know, use her in your comedy. But I wasn't good at combating that kind of stuff yet. So I would like tell a joke and not get any laughs, and then she'd be like, "You suck." And I'd be like, "Oh my God." And then I would tell another joke, and then guess what? In this very open-minded liberal place, she called me a faggot on stage.
What?
She was like, "Get off the stage, faggot." And I was like, "Jeez." And then this guy after me went up like, "Jeez, Mrs. B, what the hell?" I was like, "Cut this guy some slack." And he's like, "You know what he did." And I was like, "What did I do?" Apparently, afterwards, I talked to her and she was like, "Fuck you." And I'm like, "What did I do?"
What did you do, dude?
And he's like, "You know what you said to me last week." I'm like, I wasn't here last week." She's like, "Wait, what's your name?" I was like, "Adam." I'm like, "Oh, oops. I thought you were this guy Horatio."
There's
this other like fat guy with glasses who looked just like me, who like had dissed her the week before. So I guess this was her revenge on that guy, but instead she took it out on me.
And the whole time she was like getting ready to go like take the shot for them to shoot you off stage.
I could have took it in stride, you know. I could have been like, "Oh, it was an accident," but it was just too much. That feeling of being like,
that's like,
being called a faggot by this
that
old woman.
sucks.
And I'm sorry, I'm saying that word very freely.
We might,
but I'm not censoring this story.
Yeah.
I know what I heard. I have the right to use that word because I was called that by this old woman. Who, again, like I said, was a very open-minded liberal person.
You totally could have taken her.
So I probably could have. She shouldn't have many years left, folks. Let's just say that.
Not after you're done with it.
Not after my bad performance. Have you ever had any bad performing experiences?
Yeah, so I played like in a band in high school, and like...
What was it called?
It wasn't...
Jeremy and the Germettes?
No. It wasn't More Heart.
It wasn't Jeremy, the Jeremy Experience?
No, I think it was... No, I can't
Make
remember.
it up.
It was Spaghetti Boys.
Okay, cool.
Okay. No, I don't...
Deep cut.
Hold on, one of them...
Wait, was it legit something
No. I remember there was the drummer who was like already in the band, and then the singer who was like kind of newer, and I was filling in, and they both had different ideas.
It wasn't really a band.
It was a band that was forming.
Oh,
I think I think now they're called like if they're still around. From what I remember, the last I remember them being going under is like Destined to Die or something. Oh yeah, it's like it was Beyonce.
Yeah, they're like just a big name.
But I remember, I think it was
Cardi B.
I think
and Bruno Mars.
I think we performed under. I can't remember what we performed under, but I remember the two guys in that band that I kind of knew, like, said the name of the band were different things because they didn't agree yet.
Whoa.
And I was like, ugh, all right.
Dude.
So it was the drummer's like second show playing, the singer's like first show, and I'm the bassist, like he was like rocking it. He was a really cool guy, and so I like literally on our first song, and mind you, I'm like standing up there, I got my guitar, I'm like shivering, I'm shaking, I'm ready to dish some bacon. I'm just like, I'm gonna shred, and I'm like, the first song is just heavy guitar, and as soon as I strum, and as soon as the song starts, the little upper area that the drums are on falls, and then two of my guitar strings break, and the singer falls. And the
worst
bassist
things
was
that
fine.
could have happened. Did you guys finish the show?
I think they did without me.
Did you? Because you couldn't play your guitar.
No, I played like the last song, like because it only had the top 3 strings in it.
It was a top 3 string song.
Yeah. So which is like any
it's like every pop
song,
rock song.
Yeah, but that was probably one of my worst experiences. Yeah.
Oh, that is really bad. Cause, like you just kind of had to like roll with it.
Mm-hmm.
You can't really do anything.
No, like they had to like pick up all the stuff, and then like they got up like, all right, ready, and I'm like, no, like.
Yeah, I've had stuff like that before.
I mean, there were only like 6 people in the crowd because we were opening for like different people.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, but still, those
So
6 people.
only 6 people were like upset.
Yeah, and
Not like a whole crowd.
One of those people in the crowd was like a girl that I thought was cute, and I was like, no, I really don't have a chance with her.
It's alright. She would later become
Beyonce.
Hillary Clinton. Oh.
She would later become DeGeneres. Then I really don't have a chance with her because not only is she married,
it's tough.
but...
Many a guy is trying. Yeah. She's like, oh, lesbian, huh? Like they forget, and then they're like, oh, sorry. Ooh.
She's like, Pete Sherman, boy, do you want to be my city?
And they're like, I'm gonna go.
Yeah, like you're a fish. I can't date you.
Get out of here. Would you ever date a fish?
Yeah, I would.
Sounds hot.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you date a fish?
Oh, I thought you said get a fish. Date a fish. Date a fish, absolutely.
Okay. Well, why would you date a fish?
I think if I dated a fish, it would have to be like the girl fish from Shark Tale.
She had big lips.
Yeah, I mean,
that makes sense.
She seemed cool. She seemed nice and understanding of Will Smith.
She was Renee Zellweger, I think.
Was she?
Maybe. Yes, because Fergie was the other fish. Don't tell me why I know this.
I mean, Adam, we all know you love Fergie, but besides the point.
Okay, that's why I know it.
Like, they don't call you Adalicious for nothing.
Oh my gosh. Vargalicious?
Yeah, Vargalicious.
Makes the boys go loco.
Yeah.
Why are we talking about that?
You asked me if I would date a fish. I said yes.
And which fish?
Shark Tale.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I would date that rainbow fish from the book.
Is that one a girl?
No. Hey. I wasn't part of it.
You're right.
It's a fish, man. Gender doesn't matter when it comes to
We're only
fish.
dating.
And it shouldn't matter when it comes to human, Jeremy. How,
You're right.
How very backwards of you.
I don't remember like most genders of
No,
other characters.
I'm pretty sure that fish was a boy. But it was pretty. It had like sparkle scales. And
what was the point of that story? What was the plot?
Oh, it was about being different and about being special, but it was also about sharing. Because he thought he was like hot shit for being like pretty and having like sparkles. And then his friends and other people were like, well, I'm not like pretty. Like, I don't have cool sparkles. You're like a very rare,
Kevin.
You're like a rare special fish because you have magical scales or whatever. They're not magical, they're just rainbow.
They might have been.
And then he was,
if he knew how to use them properly.
Guys, I'm pretty sure they're magic.
Let's be honest.
No, but he didn't. I was gonna say he didn't know how to use them. No, I meant he was like, well,
we're charged.
This is kind of sad, you know, like my friends, they can't feel. So what does he do? He takes off his scales. It sounds like a gross, like body horror, like he like shaves it off with a saw.
Yeah.
No, but he takes off some of his scales.
He's like laughing maniacally.
Here
as
you
he does
go,
it.
and he gives them to his fish friends until he only has one left, and he's like, now we're all special. The end.
But if everyone's special, then no one is.
But that's the point. You know, like, I mean, I guess it's not about standing out. It's about, like, I don't know. You kind of defeated the purpose of the book.
No, I remember that. But I vaguely remember. I remember my sister liked that book a lot.
If everyone's special, no one is.
Yeah.
That's true.
Just like in Incredibles.
All right, guys, don't read that book. That's a bad book.
Yeah, it's a bad book.
If you have children and that book is currently in their library, throw it away.
Yeah, just punch them.
Punch your child.
Punch a child. Read them some Harry Potter.
Until they forget. Read them a good book.
Yeah.
Oh, remember Harry Potter being the devil?
Yeah, I remember that when people were like, "Oh, it's about witches." You're like, yeah.
My older brother got it in like the 4th grade or whatever.
Your parents like punched him.
Until he forgot about it and made him read the Rainbow Fish book. No, but I remember he got it. My parents like, "Oh, the church says that's bad." He's like, "It's about like a boy." And,
It's about a boy. How bad could that be?
He's like riding a broomstick, you know?
Yeah.
Got a stone. A philosopher's stone. Wait, what's it called?
It's the Philosopher's
Sorcerer's stone? Oh, I mean, it's the philosopher's.
It is, yeah.
Wasn't that the original title? It's a Sorcerer's Stone.
It's a Sorcerer's Stone, but yeah.
But yeah, that was such a big part. Growing up in the church, that was a big part of a lot of popular like things kids liked. Like I remember Pokemon was bad. My brother had collected all 150 of the cards, and my dad like threw it away because he's like, "This is like the devil." Like, it's just like a Japanese guy cartoon. He's like, "No, it's the devil."
Yes, sorry.
I remember our Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I remember having to hide them too.
Or rights.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it had like Egyptian gods on it.
Yeah.
And it had like a...
Well, fake Egyptian gods that weren't real.
Yeah. Wasn't Dark Magician...
Dark Magician,
Didn't he have like a pentagram on his... Or Dark Magician Girl had like a pentagram?
I think probably in the original Japanese version.
That's probably why they went down.
Yeah. But...
Anything with magic.
Yeah, anything that had to do with things that were spectacular and wonderful.
Was it because magic isn't of the world? And like magic was made by Satan or something?
Yeah.
What is... Like, in the Bible, what does it say about magic?
I think, okay, I know in the Bible there are, like, certain people who are kind of listed as soothsayers and, like, who can communicate with...
and they could, like, do shit?
Yeah, so they could, like, communicate with people who, like, have died. But also, like, in the Bible there's instances where, I can't remember who exactly, but there's, like, people who say... There's a story about a guy who dies in the Bible and he can view his, like, his brothers... like from heaven. He wants to like tell them like, man, I wish I could tell them like to live their lives differently. So
wait, isn't that backwards?
It might be.
Doesn't he go to hell and he was like, oh, I'm gonna warn all my friends and family to not be bad little boys, and then devil's like, nope. Sorry bud.
Yeah. But there are instances where like there is like some contact.
Oh, why'd you talk about that?
Because it's like that's the closest to magic I can remember in the Bible.
Wait, the closest to magic was this man
to the dead
who had the ability to like. Wait, he does speak to the dead?
No, there's people. Okay, there's people in the Bible who like have advertised that they can talk to like forces beyond the living.
What about this man who in your story is in heaven?
Oh,
did you get that backwards?
I think I got it backwards.
So I think he goes to hell for something.
Yeah,
because he didn't believe in God or whatever.
What I was trying
guys, there are a lot of Bible stories that I forget.
Yeah,
it's been a while.
I've read the Bible back like cover to cover like twice, and like a lot of times it blends together just because I want to reread it soon. That's probably one thing I want to do before the year ends. But like man, there's so much Bible-ness. But
and this portion was for a grandma.
Yeah, and VeggieTales.
I want to eat all my vegetables and put money in my savings account. I also want to settle down with my girlfriend and have a family of 3
and a 401k.
Just all the good stuff. Yeah. Anyways,
I was gonna say I had going back to Harry Potter.
Oh yeah,
I had a weird dream last night.
Oh, thank you.
Where
we got way off track.
So I had a dream where I woke up, but I was like in a library, and I was sitting down with like it's 2 guys, and I immediately recognized like one of them as Ryan Reynolds, and I was like, but it was young Ryan Reynolds, and and then the second guy was Gandhi, and I was like,
young Gandhi,
probably he was handsome, and then they were for some reason they had told me that they were brothers, and like.
Hey, we're brothers.
They're like, yeah, we gotta. So okay.
I don't want to do Gandhi. I can't do it. That's racist.
It's me, Gandhi.
There you go.
But so they're like, yeah, we have to. We're writing this book, and we have to break our brother out of prison. I'm like, well, who's your brother?
Third brother?
Yeah, and it's Ryan Gosling. And I'm like,
Wow.
I was like, how are you guys related? And then like,
Ryans?
we're all named Ryan. I'm like, what?
Gandhi?
Yeah, apparently his name was Ryan Gandhi, but
Ryan Gandhi. I just say this.
So the three of them, they're writing a book, and they're like trying to plot how they're gonna break their brother out of jail, and they're like trying to cover up their plot with like this novel, and it's Harry Potter 10.
They just have
Yeah,
permission
it
to
was-
use the Harry
No,
Potter?
they don't. It was like, we gotta write this book. No one can find out about it. And they're like, it's called Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Prison. I was like,
Not very subtle.
I know. I was like, okay. And they're like, Jeremy, what should this character look like? I'm like, you should have a hat.
What
And they're
is
like,
this dream?
and then I was like, you should have a hat. And they're like, no, it's stupid. And then Gandhi shakes him and is like, no, he's telling the truth. And then I woke up.
We'll never get Ryan Gosling out of jail. Listen.
So Ryan Gosling, if you could hear me in jail, they're coming for you, buddy. We're almost done with the book.
Oh my gosh, what a wonderful first episode of the year
Yeah,
this has been. I had a great time.
I had a grand old time, dude.
We talked about a lot of very important things.
Yeah, well, guys, welcome back. Adam, welcome back, dude.
Dude, it's good to be back.
good to have you.
Okay, guys, I have a confession.
Mm-hmm.
The robot war,
Yeah.
it's only half true. We Jeremy and I found a bunker, and we brought our computer and microphone to record.
Uh-huh.
But I was also sick. I had a sinus infection, and he was like, "Well, to get through this scary robot apocalypse time,
We gotta hide.
we gotta record."
And also, my portion was also half true. Guys, I gotta be honest. I didn't have blueberry, raspberry flavor.
He had vanilla.
I had Coke.
and vanilla,
And
right?
vanilla.
He made them stronger,
Ugh.
but
But they got too strong.
they got irresponsibly
They
strong,
got irresponsibly
and
strong.
then they died.
Yeah. They're like, I'm bastards! And they just like,
So you still did it, bud.
thanks,
I
man.
mean, you still saved humanity.
Yeah.
But you know what? One of the things we're gonna do this year is be more honest.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, before we go, did you want to say what your New Year's resolutions were, other than reading the Bible?
My
It's for you,
New Year's-
Grandma.
My New Year's resolution actually is like kind of a joke, but I didn't mean it as a joke.
Okay.
Because I told myself, I was like, I'm gonna write them down, and the first thing that's going on is not to procrastinate, and I have yet to do that.
Wow. You should
Yeah.
get on that, man.
I should.
We should get on to ending the show. Thank you so much, guys.
Bye.
See you next time.